UGC Net, Electronic Science, February 2023 Question Paper Solutions, Teaching and Research Aptitude Part 1, from question number 1 to question number 25. Question number 1 to 5 is related to tabular column. The following table shows percentage distribution of number of Maruti cars sold in 6 cities A to F and the proportion of 3 model cars PQR among those cars sold. The total number of Maruti cars in these cities is 90,000. Based on the data in the table, answer the questions. So in the table they have given city-wise distribution of sold cars. For city A, percentage distribution of cars sold is 14.30 and the proportion of car model sold is P proportion is 7, Q proportion is 7, R proportion is 4. So similarly, for remaining cities also represented. Let us see the question 1. What is the number of Q model cars sold in all cities together? So we need to find the number of Q model cars sold in all cities together. For city A, total percentage of cars sold is 14.3%. 14.3% out of 90,000 is 12,870 and PQR proportion is 7 is to 7 is to 4. So we need to find the Q fraction. So that is 7 by total is 7 plus 7 14 plus 4 18. 7 by 18. So this 7 by 18 into 12,870. So the Q model cars sold in city A is 5,005. Similarly, so let us take city C. The percentage of cars sold is 18.4%. 18.4% out of 90,000. So it is 16,560. Q proportion we need to find. So 3 by total. Total is sum is 10. 3 by 10. 16,560 into 0.3. It results 4,968 cars. Similarly, for city E, total percentage of cars sold is 12.6%. 12.6% in 90,000 is 11,340 cars sold. So total sum is 5. Q proportion is 2. 2 by 5. 2 by 5 into 11,340. It results 4,536. So like this for all cities. City B 8,100, for city D 5,040, for city F 3,906. So the sum of Q model cars sold in all cities 31,555 Q model cars sold in all cities. Correct answer is option 4, 31,555. Second question. What is the difference between Model P cars sold in city D and city E? Sold in city D and city E. So total cars sold in city D is 16.8%. 16.8% out of 90,000 is 15,120. We need to find the P fraction cars. So P is 4 by total sum is 9. 4 by 9. 4 by 9 into 15,120. It results 6720 P cars sold in city D. Similarly, for city E, 4,536 cars P cars sold in city E. We need to find the difference. 6720 minus 4536. Answer is 2,184. So correct answer option 1. Question number 3. The number of Model P cars sold in city D is approximately dash percentage of the number of Model R cars sold in city A. Model P cars sold in city D model R cars sold in city A. For city D, the percentage is 16.8%. 16.8% in 90,000 is 15,120. So here P fraction 4 by sum 4 by 9, 4 by 9 into 15,120 results 6,720 P cars in city D. For city A, total percentage is 14.3%. 14.3 out of 90,000 is 12,870. Here R fraction 4 by total. Sum is 18. 4 by 18 into 12,870. It results 2,860. R model cars sold in city A. Now the ratio is 6,720 divided by 2,860, that is 2.3496. Percentage is 234.96 percentage. So it is approximately 235 percentage. So correct answer option 4, 235 percentage. Question number 4. The number of cars sold in city F is approximately dash percentage more than number of cars sold in city B. So total number of cars sold in city F is approximately dash percentage more than number of cars sold in city B. In city B, total percentage is 16.2. 16.2% of 90,000 is 14,580. In city F, 21.7%. 21.7% of 90,000 is 19,530 cars. So we need to calculate the percentage between the total cars sold in city B to the total cars sold in city F. So that is 19,530 minus 14,580 divided by 14,580. So it results 0.3395. So percentage is 33.95 percentage. So approximately its value is 34 percentage. Correct answer option 2. Fifth question. What is the ratio of number of cars sold in city C to the number of model Q cars sold in city D? So total cars sold in city C to model Q cars sold in city D. So cars sold in city C is 18.4% of 90,000, that is 16,560 cars. Next is we need to find model Q cars sold in city D. So total percentage of cars is 16.8%. So 16.8% of 90,000 is 15,120. We need to find Q fraction, that is 3 by sum. So total sum is 9, 3 by 9, 3 by 9 of 15,120. So it results 5040. We need to calculate the percentage between these two. So that is 16,560 divided by 5040. So divided by 10, it results 1656 divided by 504. Next common multiplication factor is 3. 552 by 168. Again division by 3. 184 56. Again division by 2. 92 28. Again divisible by 2. 46 14. Again divisible by 2. 23 7. So the percentage is 23 is to 7. Correct answer is option 3. Question number 6. Which of the following techniques is recommended for approaching and disciplining a student who may be prone to explosive behavior? The recommended technique for approaching and disciplining a student who may be prone to explosive behavior is be respectful, brief, but assertive. The correct answer is option 3. Be respectful, brief, but assertive. This approach helps to de-escalates the potential conflict, maintains the teacher's authority, and reduces the chance of triggering a more intense reaction. Being respectful and calm helps preserve the student's dignity and keeps the situation under control. Correct answer option 3. Question number 7. Ishita had been practicing her multiplication tables for weeks before her yearly test. She know all her facts completely. This type of knowledge that Ishita now has attained does not require attention and concentration. This process is known as which of the following? So correct answer automaticity. So let us evaluate the all options. Flash memory, a picture perfect snapshot of a moment in time. Schema, blueprint for understanding the world. Automatization, turning an activity into something that do without thinking. Procedural memory, knowledge of how to do things. Flash memory, schema, automatization, and procedural memory all are related to cognitive psychology. Flash memory, a highly vivid and detailed memory associated with sudden, shocking, or emotionally significant event. Schema, a mental framework or structure that helps organize and interpret information. It is like a mental template for understanding a specific type of situation or experience. Automatization, the process of making a skill or action become automatic or effortless, so it requires minimal conscious of thought. Examples is riding a bike or reading, or the ability to perform a task quickly and accurately without conscious thought due to repeated practice. Procedural memory, a type of long term memory for how to perform actions or skills. Long term memory for performing actions or skills. This type of memory stores knowledge about how to do things or procedural knowledge. It includes skills like riding a bike or playing a musical instrument acquired through practice. So, from the given options, the correct answer is automaticity. Question number 8. Match list 1 with list 2. In list 1, MOOC's 4 quadrant approach is given. In list 2, component is mentioned. So Swayam uses 4 quadrant approach. The 4 quadrant approach means e-learning system that has the following components. So e-tutorials, quadrant 1, quadrant 2, e-content, quadrant 3, discussion forum and web resources, quadrant 5, self-assessment. So for A, it matches quadrant 1 is e-tutorial, B, quadrant 2, e-content, B1, quadrant 3, discussion forum and web resources, C4, quadrant 4, self-assessment, D2. Correct answer A3, B1, C4, D2. Option 3. Some more points. This massive open online course MOOCs are free online courses available for anyone to enroll. MOOCs provide affordable and flexible way to learn new skills, advance career, and deliver quality educational experiences at large scale. Study webs of active learning for young aspiring minds. Swayam. Study webs of active learning for young aspiring minds. Swayam is a MOOC, massive open online course platform program initiated by MHRD, Government of India, and designed to achieve three cardinal principles of education policy, that is access, equity, and quality. MOOCs often utilize a 4 quadrant structure to organize their content. These quadrants are e-tutorial quadrant 1, e-content quadrant 2, web resources quadrant 3, self-assessment quadrant 4. Here the correct answer is option 3. Next question. Match list 1 with list 2. So list 1 shows behavioral models, list 2 developers or redevelopers. So mastery learning, simulation, social learning, programmed schedule is in list 1, that is behavioral models. Mastery learning by Benjamin Bloom or James Black. A 2. Simulation, Carl Smith or Mary Smith. B1. Social learning, Albert Bandura, Carl Thorson, Wes Becker. C4. Program schedule or task performance reinforcement. So that is BF Skimmer. D3. A2, B1, C4, D3. Correct answer is option 2. Question number 10. Given below are two statements. Statement 1. Sensory memory is that memory which helps an individual to recall something immediately after having perceived it. Statement 2. Semantic memory is that memory which helps in storing as well as retrieving a collection of relationships between events or association of ideas. In the light of the above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. So this question is related to sensory memory and semantic memory. So let us see the differences between sensory memory and semantic memory. Sensory memory is very short term type memory. Semantic is long term memory. Sensory memory impressions immediately after perception. Semantic memory stores general knowledge, facts, and meanings. Sensory memory is very brief. Semantic is long lasting. Sensory memory is usually not consciously assessed, whereas semantic memory is consciously accessible and declarative. This semantic is abstract and conceptual knowledge, large and stable. Sensory memory is a raw sensory input. Seeing a flash of light, hearing a word for a moment is an example for sensory memory. So, this sensory memory is a brief, fleeting memory that holds sensory information for a fraction of a second. Sensory memory is the initial stage of memory where sensory information such as sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch are briefly stored. Sensory memory is extremely short lived, lasting only for a fraction of a second, that is visual memory, up to a few seconds, auditory sensory memory. Semantic memory is long term storage of general knowledge, facts, and concepts about the world. Now, the statement 1 is correct. Sensory memory is a memory which helps an individual to recall something immediately after having perceived it. Statement 2. Semantic memory is a memory which helps in storing as well as retrieving a collection of relationship between the events or association of ideas. So statement 2 is also correct. Long term memory. Here both statements are correct. Correct answer is option 1. Given below are two statements. Statement 1. If we accept a hypothesis when it should be rejected, we say type 1 error has been made. Statement 2. If we reject hypothesis when it should be accepted, we say type 2 error has been made. In the light of the above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 1 tells rejecting a true null hypothesis If we reject a hypothesis when it should be accepted, then type 1 error has been made. Type 2 error is accepting or failing to reject a false null hypothesis. That is, if we accept a hypothesis when it should be rejected, then type 2 error has been made. So statement 1 is incorrect because it is related to type 2 error. Statement 2 is incorrect because it is related to type 1 error. Both statements are incorrect. The correct answer is option 2. Both statement 1, statement 2 are false. Next question. Which of the following softwares are used for checking plagiarism? A. Turnitin, B. eView, C. Scopus, D. Arcund, E. Qtext. Choose most appropriate answer from the options given below. So we know popular paid plagiarism checkers are Turnitin, Arcund, iAuthenticate, Grammarly Premium, Copyscape Premium, PlagScan, Unicheck, SafeAssign, Quillbit, Qtext. eView, it is a statistical software package used for time series analysis. Scopus is bibliographic database, not a plagiarism checker. So here the correct answer is A. Turnitin, D. Arcund, E. Qtest. Correct answer is option 3, A, D, E only. Question number 13. Which of the following methods are used to measure reliability in research? A. Chain referral sampling. B. Test retest. C. Split half. D. Inter-rater. D. Judgmental test. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. So methods used to measure reliability in research is test, retest, measure consistency over time, split half, assess internal consistency, inter-rater checks consistency across different raters. This chain referral sampling is not a sampling method. Judgmental test not a standard method for reliability testing. So correct answers are test, retest, split half, inter-rater. That is B, C, D, option 3. Next question. Given below are two statements. Statement 1. T-tests are appropriate only when the dependent variables being measured are continuous. Statement 2. Chi-square statistic allows us to test hypothesis using both continuous and ordinal data. In the light of the above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. So the question is related to t-test and chi-square test. T-test and chi-square test are both statistical tests used to analyze data, but they are used for different types of variables. So t-test is used when comparing means of two groups of continuous data, whereas chi-square test is used to examine the relationship between categorical variables. T-test requires dependent variable to be continuous, whereas chi-square tests are used for categorical data but not for the continuous variables. They can be used for nominal or ordinal data but not continuous. Here, statement 1 is true. T-tests are appropriate only when dependent variables being measured are continuous. Chi-square test allows us to test hypotheses using both continuous and ordinal. So continuous is not there, only for categorical data, nominal or ordinal data, but not for continuous. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is false. Correct answer option 3. Question number 15. Given below are two statements. Statement 1. UGC care list include all the Scopus, Web of Science and MLA indexed journals. Statement 2. Open access generals are predatory generals. In the light of the above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. The generals of UGC care list as Group 2 includes Web of Science, Arts and Humanities Citation Index, Science Citation Index expanded, Social Sciences Citation Index expanded, Scopus, Scopus source list, MLA generals, that is Modern Language Association. These are already indexed in Scopus or Web of Knowledge databases. Predatory generals are generals characterized by low editorial standards, lack of rigorous peer review, and aggressive solicitation of authors. Open access generals are not inherently predatory. So statement 1 is correct. UGC care list include all the Scopus, Web of Science and MLA indexed journals. Open access journals are not predatory. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is false. Correct answer option 3. Next question. The people preconceptions and frames of reference and spreading one's own limited attitudes towards issue and image results in stereotypes. When individuals rely on limited perspectives and spread those views, they often generalize groups or situations unfairly. This results in stereotyping, which is a oversimplified and fixed idea about the group of people or things. Correct answer is option 4. Let us see the other options. Stable identity. Stable identity refers to consistent sense of self or cultural identity over time. Stable identity based on stable identity based on self-awareness, values, and experiences. Stable identity is not based on the views or narrow perspectives. Social harmony means peaceful and cooperative coexistence among people. Social harmony is promoted by understanding and respecting diverse views, but not by spreading the limited attitudes. Positive public opinion refers to favorable views held by the general public about an issue or a group. This positive public opinion requires informed and open minded discourse, but not on the rigid preconceptions. Stereotypes are oversimplified and generalized briefs about a group, often based on limited or biased understanding. Stereotypes exactly what happens when people spread their own narrow views based on preconceptions. Stable identity, social harmony, and positive public opinion are interconnected and mutually reinforcing. Stable identity can be nurtured through social harmony and positive public image. Social harmony can be fostered through positive public image and sense of shared identity. So here, spreading one's own limited attitudes towards issue, people's preconceptions and frames of reference results in stereotypes. Option 4 is the correct answer. Question number 17. In mass communication, the audience is. So, in mass communication, the audience is large, diverse, and not easily identifiable. Mass communication is a process of conveying information or messages to large, usually anonymous, and diverse audience through mass media channels. Heterogeneous means the audience consists of people with different backgrounds, cultures, interests, and demographics. Correct answer option 3. Question number 18. The meanings of visual images depends much on A. Individual perception, B. Social perception, C. Political links, D. Economic benefits, E. Representational connections. Choose the correct answers from the options given below. The relevant factors are individual perception, social perception, representational connections, and least relevant or no relevant is political links and economic benefits. So correct answer is individual perception, social perception, representational connection. A, B, E. Option 4 is a correct answer. Next question. Given below are two statements. Statement 1. A right to communicate can prompt the emergence of negative liberty through its positive impact cannot be overlooked. Statement 2. The hidden impact of free marketplace has diluted the concept of free speech to suit the corporate ends. In the light of the above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. So, statement 1 reflects nuanced view of communication rights. Negative liberty means freedom from interference, which unrestricted communication may support, but it also risks harmful effects. Still, the positive impacts like empowerment and informed citizens remains significant. A right to communicate can prompt the emergence of negative liberty through its positive impact cannot be overlooked. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 reflects critical media perspective. In free market system, corporate ownership and profit moves often influence or restrict free flow of ideas, shaping speech to align with business interest. The hidden impact of free marketplace has diluted the concept of free speech to suit the corporate ends. Both statements are true. Correct answer option 1. Question number 20, which given below are two statements. Statement 1. The capacity of words need not have any connection with truth. Statement 2. There is a human tendency to conceal facts and suppress the truth while communicating. In the light of the above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. Statement 1 is a philosophical observation. Words can be used to express truth or falsehood. Language has no inherent obligation to the truth. The capacity of words need not have any connection with the truth. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is a psychological and social reality. People often omit, distort, or withhold information, sometimes consciously and other times subconsciously due to fear, social norms, or strategic reasons. People omit or distort or withhold information consciously or subconsciously. So, statement 2 is also correct. There is a human tendency to conceal facts and suppress the truth while communicating. Both statements are correct. Correct answer is option 1. Question number 21. Find out the third common term between two given arithmetic progressions AP series given as 3, 7, 11, 15 arithmetic progression 1, 1, 6, 11, 16 second arithmetic progression. The general term for the arithmetic progression is first term plus n minus 1 into common difference. So first expression is AP1 is 3, 7, 11, 15. So for this general term is first term is 3. Common difference between the two terms is 7 minus 3 4, 11 minus 7 4, 15 minus 11 4. 3 plus n minus 1 into d. Difference is 4. That is 4n minus 1 is a general term. Similarly, for second expression 6 minus 1 5, 11 minus 6 5, 16 minus 11 5. First term is 1 and difference is 5. 1 plus m minus 1 into 5, 5m minus 4. So we need to find the common terms. For common terms, 4n minus 1. This general term and this general term should be equated. 4n minus 1 is equal to 5m minus 3. So from this n is equal to 5m minus 3 by 4. For n to be an integer, Numerator should be always divisible by 4. This 5m minus 3 should be divisible by 4. So 5m minus 3 is equal to 0 mod 4. When it is divisible by 4, the remainder should be 0. So m minus 3 is 0 mod 4. M is equal to 3 mod 4. So from this, m is 3, 7, 11. So general term is Cm is equal to 5m minus 4. So keep m is equal to 3. So 5 3s are 15 minus 4. C3 is 11. First common term is 11. Second common term C7. So 5 7 35 minus 4 31. Third common term is 51. Here first common term is C3 11 given in the expression. Second common term is 31. Third common term is 51. So correct answer is option 3. So this 31 is second common term. 11 is a first common term. Next question. A person can do a piece of work in 18 days. After working for 12 days, the person leaves and another person joins and completes the remaining work in 8 days. In how many days this second person can complete the whole job? To solve this question, let us assume the total work is 100%. In the question they have given P can finish work in 18 days. So P work rate is 1 by 18. P works for 12 days. So work done by P is 12 into 1 by 18, that is 2 by 3. So if 2/3 of work is done by P in 12 days, remaining work is 1 minus 2 by 3, that is 1 by 3. So given second person Q completes remaining work, that is 1/3 of work in 8 days. If Q takes 1/3 of work in 8 days, the Q completes total work in 24 days. For taking 1/3 of work in 8 days, so 2/3 of work in 8 days, total work is 3 by 3, that is 1. So it takes 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 8, 24 days. So correct answer is option 2. Next question. The average salary of 25 workers in an office is 6,000 per month. If the salary of the manager is added, then average becomes 6,200. What is the annual salary of the manager? Given the average salary of 25 workers is 6,000 per month, the total salary is 25 into 6,000, 1,50,000. Now manager is added. The total workers will become 26. Average salary is 6,200. Total salary is 26 into 6,200. 161,200 rupees is the total salary of 26 workers. Now this is the salary of 25 workers. This is the salary of 26 workers when manager is added. The difference between the total salary of 26 workers and the total salary of 25 workers is 11,200 rupees. Manager annual salary is monthly salary 11,200 into 12 results 1 lakh 34,400 rupees. Correct answer option 2. Question number 24. In what time the sum of money will double itself at the rate of 8% per annum simple interest? We know simple interest SI is equal to PTR by 100. Given rate of interest R is 8%. For doubling, simple interest is equal to principal amount. Here simple interest is replaced by principal amount, so PP get cancelled. TR is equal to 100. So rate of interest is 8. So time is equal to 100 by 8, 12.5 years. So it takes 12.5 years for the amount to get doubled if the interest rate is 8%. Correct answer option 2. Question number 25. A shopkeeper sold two articles at 12,000 each. So selling price of each article is 12,000. He sold one article at a profit of 20%. and the other one at a loss of 20%. What is the net gain or loss to the shopkeeper? Given selling price of each article is 12,000. Article 1 sold at 20% profit and Article 2 sold at 20% loss. Article 1 sold at 20% profit is selling price is cost price into 1.2. Article sold at 20% loss is selling price is equal to cost price into 0.8. So here cost price of Article 1 is 10,000. For Article 2 it is 15,000. Now the total cost price is CP1 plus CP2. 10,000 plus 15,000, 25,000, and total selling price is each article is sold at 12,000 rupees. 2 into 12,000, 24,000. Now selling price minus cost price is 24,000 minus 25,000 minus 1,000 rupees. So this means minus indicates loss. So correct answer is a loss of rupees 1,000. Option 1 is a